All right, so overhand technique is the one of 15 terms. This refers to chapter 13, chapter review. This is a flashcards. Here we go. Braiding technique in which the first side section goes over the middle one, then the other side section goes over the middle strand. So it's the braiding technique in which first side section goes over the middle one, and then the other side goes over the middle one as well. This is the overhand technique. The underhand technique, also known as plaiting, okay? A braiding technique in which the left section goes under the middle strand, then the right section goes under the middle strand. So the overhand is simply that. You're going over the middle strand. And the underhand, you're going under the middle strand, also known as plaiting. Single braids, also known as plaits or visible braids, are free hanging braids with or without extensions that can be executed using either an underhand or overhand. All right. So this is single braids, also known as plaits or visible braids. Free hanging braids with or without extensions can be executed using either an underhand or overhand technique. These are rather still popular, okay? Single braids. And these braid styles, braid techniques are just a little detail, okay? Because they have to, not only is it something we see and we visually pick up, okay, but it's something you also have to take off the paper. And so you may see some of the things that you do all the time, and extra words are added to it to explain it, because it doesn't matter whether you know the natural technique or not, whether it's natural to you or not. For anyone who wants to learn, we have to make sure that it comes off the paper. So we got to make sure the words are in place. Halo braids, 2 or 3 long, simple, inverted, thick cornrows created around the head when wrapped and pinned to make a halo effect. It's a halo braid, okay? 2 or 3 long, inverted, or thick cornrows created around the head that's wrapped and pinned to make a halo effect, kind of like builds a crown. Lock extensions, okay? Type of hair extension that creates a natural looking lock style with additional human hair or synthetic hair fibers. It's a very, very popular style, guys. Very, very popular style. So type of lock extension that creates a natural looking lock style with additional human hair or synthetic hair fibers. Here's the thing, many individuals want the lock style, but they don't want to wait the process, the growing out process. So actually some men were the first ones that I saw with lock extensions. Actually, some men were the first ones I saw with lock extensions. And now it's become very popular. They have the lock extensions on the wigs, on the toupees, on the frontals. So it's all over the place, okay? Kankalon. Synthetic fiber used to make hair extensions, highly heat resistant and made specifically for braided styles. I also told you this was a byproduct of plastic, okay? Plastic. So it's a synthetic fiber used to make hair extensions, highly heat resistant and made specifically for braided styles. And let me tell you, this is one of the most popular kinds of hair that people will use for braided styles other than human hair. Rope braid, okay? Braid created with 2 strands that are twisted around each other. Braid created with 2 strands that are twisted around each other. This is a rope braid. And let me tell you, rope braids are popular because individuals that have locks see it as a style, especially if they have a lot of locks. They would ask if you was two strand, will you rope them together to give them, a different style, different weight, things of that nature. Cornrows, very, very popular. Okay. Also known as cane rows. Narrow rows of visible braids that lie close to the scalp, created with a 3-strand on the scalp braiding technique. Cornrows or cane rows, they're the same thing. Okay. Narrow rows of visible braids that lie close to the scalp. Okay. Number 10, faux locks. Okay. Faux locks is a popular style. Okay. It's a popular style. And I would put faux locks in the category of crochet locks. You had dreadlock or lock styles, and you had it in a crochet method. I would put that in the category of faux locks. Locks created with prefabricated synthetic hair that is added on to individual braids or cornrows. Available in various colors and styles. This falls into that crochet category. Also, you find faux locks on a braiding stem that you can glue in, you can stitch in. So it falls into that extension category. Invisible braid, number 10, also known as inverted braid or French braid. It's invisible braid, okay? We go in and under, in and under. Overhand pickup technique. It can be done on or off the scalp and with or without extensions. This style is ideal for long hair, but it can also be executed successfully on shorter hair with long layers. Okay, also known as inverted braid or French braid, overhand pickup technique. It can be done on the scalp, on or off the scalp, and with or without extensions. Steamer, tool used to deeply hydrate, moisturize, and condition hair with water vapor. Y'all, we are not talking, when I speak of steamer, when it comes to hair, I'm talking about a steamer that you sit under, like a dryer, but it's a steamer. I'm not talking about the facial steamer. The facial steamer does not give you the same impact if I am treating the head. Okay, so we look for a hair steamer, just like a hair dryer. Okay, and that steam, you want it to circulate like vortex around the hair. Okay, instead of just flowing towards the hair and it not really penetrating. So just the cuticle, outside cuticle is being benefited, but nothing else is happening. Okay, the hair, the steam is not being forged inward. And so, and steam works from the inside out. Okay. So if the cuticle is on the outside and your facial steam is, you got your facial steam at the bowl, it's only helping the cuticle. So it's only helping the hair to look amazing at that moment. All right. And if someone has pretty good hair, you probably have no problem. You can't really see it. But we're talking about when someone's paying for steam treatments, they're paying for moisture treatments, they got some issues that their hair need to be back into a certain place. And so, yeah, definitely look for the hair steamer. Okay. The steamer is going to work from the inside out. So inside out. So it's going to make the hair smoother. It's going to retain moisture, because we're talking about moving into the cortex area. It's going to retain moisture. It's going to retain elasticity. It's going to make the color look amazing. The hair is going to detangle great. Okay, it's going to be great. Whatever conditioner or reconstructor you're trying to push in, protein is going to be great to come back behind with protein. So yeah, look for a hair steamer instead of a facial steamer. All right. Visible braids. I don't know if I turn that card. Tool used to deeply hydrate, moisturize, and condition hair with water vapor. All right. Um, someone hair could be a 0. You could take them up to a 10, y'all. You could take them up just by making sure you have a steamer. Okay. I tell my students in skincare all the time, there's only so much people can do to the outside of their skin. They need to come to estheticians because now estheticians have the knowledge and know-how of machinery to take the product and push it and penetrate it where it needs to go. If you would substitute esthetician for cosmetologist, your steamer, you have the know-how to take that product and push it where it needs to go. You need to heal the hair from the inside out. All right. If it's just on the outside, the problem's still there. They're gonna look amazing as soon as they get home and not, yeah, they're not gonna be able to get their hair back. Yeah, you're not gonna see any success. You have to keep doing that treatment. After a while, people are gonna say, well, is the treatment even working? Okay. Visible braids, this is number 12. Also known as plaits or single braids. Plaits, I'm noticing it's a trend to be used for a lot of things, a lot of different things. Plaits, okay? Or single braid, free hanging braids with or without extensions that can be executed using either an underhand or overhand. So a lot of these braiding techniques are the same, okay? You're just adding some and taking away. A drawing board, flat leather pad, very close fine teeth that sandwich human hair extensions, okay? Something that holds the hair, Fishtail braid, simple 2-strand braid in which hair is picked up from the sides and added to the strands as they are crossed over each other, okay? All right, simple 2-strand braids in which hair is picked up from the sides and added to the strands as they are crossed over each other. This is fishtail. We also call them mermaid braids, things of that nature. And this has become a pretty style if you're doing ponytails, okay? So a fishtail braid. A hackle, board of fine upright nails, okay, through which human hair extensions are combed, used for detangling or blending colors and highlights, okay? A hackle. You can do a custom blend formulation. Also a hackle, taking the hair through the hackle multiple times with consistency will actually remove a lot of the shorter hairs, okay, and leave you with the longer hairs. It'll also soften and blend any rough textures, okay? Remember, I told you guys there's a certain percentage that has to be human in order for you to put human hair on there. So a lot of times you have mixed fibers. You may have this, what we call human hair, then you may have animal hair and maybe another type of hair just mixed together. They would mix those together and use the hackle to blend them all, okay? Use the hackle to blend them all. And those are your terms for chapter 13 braiding. Those are your flash terms. I want you to review those and be prepared. If we call these terms into a test or something of that nature, be prepared for them. Okay. It is 11:39. As in conclusion of this particular chapter, also let me have a reference. You won't see much of it on Stay Board. The only thing you'll reference is your consultation and analysis. So make sure when you're going back looking at 13, yes, you go over your terms, but go over the consultation and analysis for braiding. All right, because that's a percentage of your Tennessee exam. Let's move now into our terms for infection control. Okay, let's move into our State Board prep. Okay, let's move into our State Board prep. I'm going to stop share here.